Hi everyone, I'm Scott from I Made a Thing. Thanks for coming back. The other week I bought a Gameboy from eBay and it was sold as broken. It was about £50 but it had a lot with it, including this Magnifier light and some games, and I think the only issues that there could possibly be with this would be old leaky capacitors or corrosion where they've left the batteries in too long and they've leaked. They're saying although it has power and sound, the screen does not work. Well, let's see if that's the case. It's a couple of days later and I've just received this. But first, let's take a moment to thank the sponsor of today's video, me! All done. Ah, hello childhood. There's the magnifier and light. It's a Game Boy. DMG01, the OG Game Boy from 1989, when I was 7, blimey. The inside has got some dust on it, so I'll need to remove that, and there's some corrosion there that's cock-blocking the batteries. Here are the games. Tetris, Nigel Mansell's World Championship, F1 Race, and Super Mario Land. What's this? Ah, with the instruction manuals for everything. An instruction booklet for Tetris. I never did read that, I just sort of played it. I reckon playing Tetris used to put me in some sort of meditative state as a kid. An almost perfect game. Some save game codes. Back when I were a young boy, we couldn't save our games. We had to walk 10 miles to the nearest game save shop to buy some paper on which to write our save codes. Your kids don't know how lucky you are these days. I don't know where he's meant to be from. Anyway, and this clipping from issue 36 of Total magazine, December 1994. Yes, it took me a whole hour on the Internet Archive to track it down just to tell everyone the date, 1994. Some of you weren't even sperm yet. Mortal Kombat 2 had just come out in September 1994, and Super Mario Land had already been out for 5 years, so it's weird that they're giving away tips for that game as well. Instruction manual for the Game Boy itself, including what to do if the Game Boy doesn't work before you call for assistance. Yeah, that's where they went wrong. They didn't call them. Maybe I should. But it's got the original Nintendo seal of quality. Let's test it using the AC adapter that came with it. I'm not expecting anything, but that's working. The display is working. That's Tetris. It's not broken. That's Tetris. We'll need to get rid of that plastic dust on the inside. That should be easy enough. ... Anyway, level 2, Record Breaker! Let's see what happens if we put the batteries in. Yeah. Nothing. Maybe they didn't test it with the AC adapter and they just assumed that because the batteries wouldn't power it on that it was broken. Or maybe they didn't know about the brightness dial on the side? I don't understand. Basically, I cleaned the screen with some blue paper towel which scratched the perfect plastic lens. So I spent over 2 hours with glass polish and teacup removing the scratches and swells. It was a mess and I definitely made it worse. You can buy third-party glass lenses which are far superior and won't scratch, but I wanted to keep this completely original. Lesson learnt, don't use anything other than lens cloths for cleaning lenses. While it's open, I'm going to give it a nice clean on all the little carbon contact pads. And everything else that just looks a little bit funky gets a freshen up as well. All the caps seem to be alright, so let's put it back together after this clean. We'll leave it nice and fresh for the next owner or repair person. Getting rid of the corrosion from the battery compartment. Screw that back together. Let's put the batteries in and give it a test. Alright, Super Mario Land. Oh. Okay, maybe I didn't clean the contacts properly? If I roll the batteries... there we go. Okay, that's working. So let's have a look at this magnifier light. We know that it doesn't work. There's a lot of corrosion in there. Let's see what we're dealing with here. I hope the little light bulbs are still working because they're nice and I wouldn't want to replace them with LEDs. They've got a nice warm glow to them that I like. Sort of like Christmas trees before LEDs came along and ruined everything. Yeah, the corrosion is so bad that it ate away at the wires and the wires disconnected themselves. See what we can do here. Yay! The lights are working. Good. Battery leak corrosion calls for lemon juice man! Lemon juice obviously is acidic and alkaline batteries are alkaline. When combined they neutralise for the most part, and when this happens you can hear fizzing. Neutralising this stops further corrosion and it makes it safe to work with. That corrosion and crystallised alkali is really nasty and it can eat away at things. I got some in my eye once and it was like getting hot sauce in your eye. Spicy battery juice is bad. I've washed it out and dried it, but just using some methylated spirits to get rid of any organic residue. I'm scratching the contacts a little so that we can put fresh solder onto them. I'm going to replace the switch because the old one is wobbly and corroded. Introducing fresh solder there, and the impurities just jump ship. Tinning the wires so I can reconnect them to the switch and to the battery contacts. Gently does it. Don't want to melt the plastic. Get out of the way. Nice. Okay, give it a test. Yay, lovely. I like that. Sweet. Okay, let's put it all back together. We'll get ready to clean that glass properly. Well, that's as good as new. Strong, consistent light. Let's put it on the Game Boy and give it all a go. Oh, right back in the childhood. So here are some pictures that I took of it afterwards and before I had a little gaming session with it. As I've found with more than half the broken things that I've bought off eBay recently, this wasn't actually broken, not technically. Not to the point that it needed any expertise. Sure, the Magnifier needed resoldering, but the Game Boy itself, it just needed some lemon juice on the contacts. Off camera I gave them a rub with some high grit sandpaper to get them shiny again. I forgot how rubbish Super Mario Land on the OG Game Boy was. I mean, the music is great and the level design isn't awful. It's just the motion blur from the scrolling means you can't really see properly and it kind of gives you a nice strain. Anyway, I learnt a few things today and I hope that you found it interesting. Just remember, keep your tech clean and it'll last. If you're putting it away, take the batteries out if you want to use it again. The landfill is full of gems that could still work if they were looked after, or the batteries removed before putting them in the loft or a cupboard. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, it's really appreciated. I've got a few more retro repair videos to come before I start putting up the videos of my makes of random things that I've done over the last 5 years or so. But in the meantime, if you've got any comments or suggestions, let me know. Your feedback is really appreciated either way. And once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you like. I'll see you again soon. Take care.